Yes. All right, so welcome back. A recap from the last episode. As you raise your kundalini up from sun gazing and breathing and cranking the soldier boy or girl inside the head, you reach up to a capacity of height where one, somebody notices because the chemtrail planes will come out, and two, you get your chakras back. You activate them to the point to where they start remembering who they are. Either that or they are transcending from the center and they can reach the signal because it's high enough to where they can grab onto it and they know that it's them. And they say, hey, this is my alignment here. I need to go back to this. This is where I need to go. But when they come back, there's somebody else because they spent 10,000 years somewhere else. The place on the right, this is from Cool World, the movie. David Bowie and Mondo Rock also confirmed that this place is actually a real cool world that Hall and Oates talks about on "You're Out of Time" and I'm out of time and you're out of touch or something like that, saying that he's existing between the two extremes, somewhere between it. So I call that the 3.5 dimension, between the third dimension and the fourth dimension. So 3.5 is like having like powers of Willy Wonka or something magical, and you have the ability to use these light bodies, to create a direct connection to everything else that is called, a doodle or Holly's doodles. Let's take a look at some of these examples here, and also the coming of this black rat. They're saying, let's just check out that, and also, to get back to the recap again, we have to raise our signals up by turning and facing the sun and moving real slow and raising it up like a weightlifting session. This is the light body that has been coming to me at night in my void space. So this is a black void room where this simulation is okay. And this light body, he says, I need to talk to you, and I'm like, you're using my voice to speak to me. This is the same thing that happened when I had the semi-pro. My pineal gland ruptured to a certain degree and the chakra came out, like the ooh baby, that entity that's down below that I'm certain is a wolf is it's like a spirit animal is attached to something, or and then maybe it moves on and it creates a new existence as the spirit animal perhaps. But yeah, he looks just like this. He doesn't even have eyes. He just has these slits. And let me show you in the real world how these doodles transcend. And you're going to be like, wait, they do have slits? Take a look. Here's one right here with the two slits, and it forms into that triangular shape that I say sometimes when they have the brow. So it's got a nose and a lip, upper lip that's going up like that. So there's so many different ones. So the coming of the rat, the Mickey Mouse, was also seen as a sardonic term of informational films on venereal disease and hand-to-hand combat. So think about that. The mojo-related terms and then hand-to-hand combat. So venereal disease would be something that would degrade the mojo while teaching people hand-to-hand combat, which would be like a form of mind control. But it's always been a wartime thing. So Steamboat Willie. Okay. So he's got his mojo out. This entity didn't look anything like this. He just looked like some dude that came straight out of Cool World with the slits in his eyes. Something real basic, black and white even. The hues around was like normal atmospherics, so it wasn't like a black and white background. It was like he was in the void of creation between spaces, reaching out like, yo, I've attached myself. We need to talk. And I'm like, whoa. So take a look here again. They say the black rat is going to blast off, and they keep showing this, and this is stuff that they showed us. See, the cherubs that follow the goat are going to be cast down from the highest point because the black rat shows up. See what I'm saying? The black rat was a slave to a bunch of occult people, and he turns his back on them and takes over the house and starts tearing up shit with brooms and shit, and everything gets all fucked up. That's what they're basically showing. He's got a Fahrenheit cloak on. So basically, They're saying that this black rat is going to reach a high point to where he becomes magical. See? On the side of the warplanes is basically the divine feminine, and he's receiving his top hat. That's it. On the side of the 1950s warplanes, check this out. And we all know that Access is just basically like GAD on the light network, because if you listen to Access Bold as Love, he's saying that the Access is bold as the divine feminine. He's just as bold. So see this doodle on his coat? Damn, that's tripped out. Look at that shit. Oh wow, that's crazy. Anyways, yeah, this Mickey here is showing up and they say it's wartime. Whenever Mickey shows up, it's wartime. They're not even talking about all the wars we've been fighting is all just a bunch of shit set up by them where they fund both sides of the war. And that's all been nonsense. Regardless if it's been real bloodshed or not, make or rest their souls, but bless them, but yeah, man, for real. I'm saying that you just see it over and over, and all this stuff is saying, all right, so the Axis. So we were the ones that give out the credit, guys. Whenever we do these mortgages and stuff, we give out the credit. They're borrowing from us, so they're the borrowers. You understand? Is that in IRS terminology, we're the creditors, they're the borrowers. That's why they never show up whenever you do these creditors, so-called. Whenever you do like a discharge to your credit with the courts and stuff, they never show up, these creditors, because they're not the real creditors. You are. So the Axis is living on borrowed time, and we're gonna foreclose, says the black rat. Mickey Mouse loans. So this dude is not really Mickey Mouse. It's not really Hollywood either. You understand? Is that they're just fucking saying this coming of this rat. Let's just look for something to come out that says something about this, because we know it's one of these doodles is gonna say, man, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. See what I'm saying? It's like right there. It's so weird because it has nothing to do with Mickey Mouse at all. And Hollywood has nothing to do with the divine feminine other than the labeling they create, because she doesn't have a name. And like I say, God is a woman, It can happen here. Keep awake. Look at this. That's like a sunburst, and it's just like pointing up to there, like, go look up at the sun, black rat. It's like, what the hell? It can happen here. Now, at this point, I'm not even really sun gazing right now because I am so dizzy, bro. I had to get used to this. I'm feeling nothing but straight DMT high right now. And every time I look up at the sun, it comes back like, woof. And I'm like, oh shit, I better sit down. So I'm trying to warm myself up to this, but mistakenly not. I have shaved my beard off thinking I was going to the bar last night, and the fucking cab doesn't show up, only to leave me sitting here with this rough 5 o'clock shadow, the same as this damn entity showed up just last night, the night before I fucking decided to go to the bar, man. It's like I'm literally merging with this entity the night before he shows up in a futuristic, maybe apparition of myself having 5 o'clock shadow. Unbelievable. He's reaching for the big gun. See what I'm saying? It's weird. It's like it's join the army and see the world. Whose army? See what I mean? I keep seeing this shit. It's like this shit is no way. There's no way that I'm running across the shit. There's so many fucking, you know what I'm saying, things that I can find on the internet but it shows you right there. And the sun is their main thing that they're following. See, it's like wartime Mickey. It's just all this wartime. All right, so here's another doodle here with slits in his eyes. Looks kind of like the Pac-Man characters. And it shows you the Merry Melodies, Pac-Man, anything that has Google eyes, slits in the eyes, that showed up presently was used to mock, demonize, to profit from the look of the design of these characters, to milk, to cognitive dissipate people who see these, to create pseudo likenesses of mental insanity from people who say, "Oh yeah, you're a quack. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm Daffy Duck. Oh yeah, I'm Mickey Mouse. Whatever. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm Donald Trump. Yeah, yeah, yeah." See what I'm saying? So they've been putting this shit in our brain to separate us from these light bodies as much as possible, because there's no such thing as all this stuff that we've been seeing. They've just been putting us under mind control. That's why you see a damn ghost monster shape coming out of I mean, it's literally the shape of this damn palm tree with big giant hands. Looks just like one of the ghost monsters from the 80s. So it's yeah, they made sure that they got everything that she does and creates completely mentally cognitive dissipate completely dissipatable, but then also showing you in plain sight, hey, you need to look for this black rat. So from what I'm gathering here, it may be possible, and this is what I'm bigging this up, because it might be possible that just like Jack Deebs, that this light body is going to jump on top of myself once I get to the point to where I can handle looking at the sun. Even at this point, I can't even look without it just roar. Like I just can't even I just gotta like take my time because it's so freaking intense at this point. So I'm just gonna take it easy and just do the best I can and just get through this. And it may be a big light body walking around this motherfucker in a minute, in front of everyone, that looks just like this motherfucker with the damn beard stubble. He looks just like a regular guy, man. It's so weird. A big old light body that smokes blunts, bro. Walking around. That's tripped out. So let's see what happens. Or I'm going to go there because I'm attached to all of these light bodies. Since I'm there, now I'm ready to break in, I guess. Perhaps. So let's see where it goes. Let's see what happens. And it's going to be some magical shit. Unbelievable. And it's going to be plausibly implausible, inconceivably impossible. So onward we go.